This is some really awesome news for GTA 5 Online that we're going to talk about in today's video. We actually have a couple of stories to talk about. All of it has kind of happened in the past week or so, and I think it spells out really good news for all types of players, whether you're brand new to the game or if you're a longtime veteran player. Either way, honestly, we have a few treats coming our way, it appears. Rockstar Games, of course known for their tight grip on game modifications, has surprised everyone recently by acquiring CFX, which are the brains behind the popular modding platform FiveM. So what's the big deal with FiveM? Why are we talking about it today? Well, it is that modding haven where players can create custom missions, vehicles, basically just entire worlds and roleplay servers that aren't available in the vanilla game of GTA 5, and it's so big that it draws over 100,000 players daily. But despite its extreme popularity, Rockstar and Take-Two in the past always haven't been a fan of mods, going so far as to attempt shutting down FiveM itself back in 2015, and that was a huge story back then. Fast forward to now though, of course they flipped the script, and they brought FiveM officially under their wing for a whopping $20 million, and these private details of the acquisition were actually revealed by GTA Focal earlier this week, which is crazy to see. So why this sudden change of heart? Well, some inside sources here have suggested that Rockstar is brewing something big. They've actually been working on an internal project that could potentially integrate or even replace FiveM with a new Rockstar-owned modding tool. They're naming it Rome, Rockstar-owned modding engine, and this is all about embracing user-generated content, or UGC for short. Basically a strategy where games like Fortnite and Roblox they've used to massive success. So imagine being able to craft your own entire world beyond just simple races or even missions and share them right now within GTA Online. Sounds really cool, right? And here's where things are getting even more interesting. Just a few days ago, NeuroCitrix tweeted out some details on this development himself. He mentioned that FiveM is not only coming to GTA 5 on consoles this October, but he also hinted that it's been in the cards for over a year now, so you could check out his tweet where he said FiveM is coming to console. Those of us in the know have known for over a year, and he even called it a beta test for FiveM on GTA 6, targeting both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S platforms, and this aligns with another tidbit from Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, who recently, just in his Q1 2025 earnings call, expressed excitement about what the modding community can do with GTA. He said that they are focused on just producing great products, and so we're not going to see something maybe to the level of Roblox or Fortnite, where it's just a platform for user-generated content at the end of the day, but at the same time, we are going to get an amazing GTA game, also with a big emphasis on the ability to actually create some user-generated content, which is awesome to see. And what does that mean for all of us gamers? Well, it does signal a potential new era for both GTA Online, where we're going to get brought fresh, player-driven content directly to consoles, and this could massively extend the game's life cycle, especially with the anticipation, of course, building around GTA 6 itself. But I think the most important thing here that a lot of players are probably asking while listening to this, because I'm just trying to fly through this as fast as I can because we have a lot to talk about, how can this all pan out? There are a ton of possibilities. Of course, we're going to get new types of gameplay, community collaborations, overall just more control over the beautiful world of Los Santos that we've spent so much time in. I've personally got some more thoughts on how Rockstar can make this work more smoothly, and we're going to talk about it. But first, I want to hear from you guys too in the comments section down below. So I want to talk about this a little bit more while we do some of the blue free mode bounties for GTA Online, but I messed up really bad. I was going to discuss this while I did the Brock Thompson most wanted target, and I did, and I recorded it all. I discussed everything I wanted to. I had the conversation with you guys. We did a fun live gameplay, and it turns out my microphone wasn't enabled. And now I'm like, you know what? I can't be bothered, so I turned off my face cam. We're just gonna do the gameplay right here. But one of the things I want to talk about while we do these bounties is, well, first I should mention, because I remember this at the end of my recording last time, and I should mention this first, is Xbox PC Game Pass will have GTA Online, which is actually really cool. That's really good news. GTA 5 as well as GTA Online have been on and off Game Pass on console, but now it's coming to Xbox PC Game Pass, which is actually really good news. So, you know, if you have not played this game or anything like that, or say, you know, you just played it at a friend's house, whatever, you haven't had the opportunity to buy it or anything like that, now if you're paying for Game Pass, you will get GTA 5 on Xbox PC version of Game Pass. So that is pretty cool. That's good news. We're going to have more players in the game. That's always good to have. You know, if you like this game, you want it to have an alive and breathing and very vibrant and lively player base. And so we're going to get more players because of that on PC, which is good. Of course, Wow, I sold? I can't believe it. I should have snacked up or something. That was totally my bad. I figured I could kill them all without snacking, but supposedly not. The gun van's right here. That's pretty hilarious. But one of the things I want to talk about first. So FiveM, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically like a server list, and you can join all these different various custom servers, things like that. But FiveM just functions as a server list, and then you get connected when you're on that server. That's the cool part about FiveM, is it's all the different roleplay servers, or there's like, you know, police roleplay servers, normal roleplay, that's where you see NoPixel and all the streamers, or D10 or Gold Rush, whatever the case is, right? There's a ton of different RP servers, but FiveM just functions as a server browser. You choose the server you want to join. Some you have to be custom and privately whitelisted for, you know, you can't just join a public one. You can join other public ones, but if it's a private server, you need to be whitelisted for it, etc. So the version of FiveM that we're going to see on console, if it does actually happen, we're getting a FiveM version of GTA 5, and it's not just happening with GTA 6. It's not going to be like the PC version, right? It's not, you're not going to be able to play with PC players and on that because the game itself isn't crossplay, first of all, but you can't even do it with FiveM 1, and we're going to talk about this. So one of the reasons is that it just wouldn't make sense. These roleplay servers, while I'm sure they do support controller, you know, you can play the game and drive around in your car using a controller, it most likely is going to be more demanding than that, because a lot of these RP servers have custom menus and inventory options for your character and stashes and things like that, and there's a ton of different hotkeys and keybinds you need to use, none of that which you can use on a controller, right? You need your entire keyboard and the function keys and probably the number pad to use as well, efficiently and correctly on some of those RP servers. And so what we're going to need to see is, you know, a custom console version of FiveM comes, so that whoever creates an RP server, they're probably going to be designing it on their PC, coding it on PC, etc. But then you could play it on console later on through whatever FiveM version that Rockstar comes out with on console, considering now they own CFX-RE, which is like the owners and the publishers of FiveM itself, and the designers, coders, programmers, whatever, you know, makes up that company that Rockstar bought for 20 million. So that's one of the reasons. Two is the amount of RAM that the RP servers take up. GTA 5 doesn't use that much RAM. I have about 5 or 6 gigabytes of RAM usage when I play GTA 5 on PC, but if you join an RP server, that's going to shoot up to, you know, 7, 8, 9 gigabytes, because it's not just the vanilla version of the game, it's a custom variant of the game that's running a whole bunch of other, you know, tasks and processes in the background that's going to be using up more processing power on your computer, more CPU usage. If there's graphics mods enabled on those RP servers, of course, more GPU usage and more RAM usage in addition to all that. More VRAM as well, not just normal random access memory. And the consoles, even if you're on PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X and S, I don't think they will be able to handle that increased RAM usage. So that's another thing we need to watch out for. That's why, and that's my argument for why we're not going to see direct PC FiveM come to consoles. But I do believe we will see, you know, a dumbed down, more of a custom variant for console players themselves. Let's do another bounty while we continue talking about this. We're going to have one clearly, I think, dedicated for the console player base. So not going to be as amazing as PC. You know, perhaps you can make, like I was talking about, make the server on PC for console. It's not like you're going to be coding and personalizing on console. There's no way you're going to do that. But you will be able to play it on console if we actually get it. And even if we don't, even if Rockstar basically, you know, is holding off on this idea, say if we're not getting FiveM for GTA 5 and we're just waiting on like 6M or whatever, if we even get that, I think we're going to see it in GTA 6, both in the vanilla version, because we've seen from the leaks that there's different RP elements that are inspired from FiveM, and so a big focus of GTA 6 Online is most likely going to have a lot of RP elements taken from FiveM and different servers and things like that that Rockstar's going to implement into their game. You know, I don't think GTA 6 Online is going to be a copy and paste of GTA 5 Online. I think it's going to be fundamentally different in terms of the content. You know, I don't think we're going to see weaponized vehicles, especially right off the rip. Maybe way down the line, but I don't suspect we'll see them right away. And so, of course, you know, it's going to be more of a grounded experience once again, and that's going to be prevalent in, like, the RP aspects and mechanics that are introduced to the vanilla version. But even if we get a 6M with actual, like, GTA 6 RP, just like we have GTA 5 RP, you know, we've seen some leaks in the past. We actually just discussed this a couple weeks ago with the public mission creator. So players are going to be able to make their own missions, and one of the concerns people had that I tried to, like, quell in that video was when we discussed the news and talked about it was, you know, players were like, well, you can just now mod money in the game, and you can, you know, duplicate vehicles, and you can give yourself the payout, like custom mission payout, make it $10 trillion just for killing one enemy and completing the mission. That's not gonna happen, right? Rockstar's not gonna allow you to set custom payout amounts or anything like that. But what we should be able to do in this quote-unquote custom mission creator is, you know, probably set different vehicles we can use in the mission, change the objective, change the amount of enemies and the weapons the enemies are using, the spawn points, the overall objective of the missions themselves. And I'm sure the actual payouts for the content is going to be like contact missions. So even if you were to complete it in, you know, 1 minute or less, then you would actually result in no payout at all, because as you know, contact mission content is timed in this game. The longer you take, the more money and RP you make for that mission. I'm sure the custom mission creator is going to be the exact same way. So you probably could just kill one enemy and wait 15 minutes and get that optimal amount of money, but then you'll just be literally bored sitting there waiting for 15 minutes. But I do believe we're going to see that come into the game, considering now it's in the game files. It wasn't in the game files before the bottom dollar bounties DLC content. And so that's already, you know, we're heading in the direction of user-generated content. And so Rockstar said, you know, or at least Take-Two said in their Q1 2025 quarterly earnings and investors conference, you know, they want to implement more user-generated content protocols into their game, things like that. But we're not going to have, you know, a Roblox or a Fortnite where half the appeal of those games is user-generated content, not content from the true developers of the game themselves. Rockstar still is pledging that they're going to be making great games. Of course, GTA 6 story, I'm sure, is going to be, you know, through the roof amazing. GTA 6 Online is going to be really good, just in terms of quality. They're gonna have their standard Rockstar BS, I'm sure, but they're gonna be quality games. It's not gonna be like a cheap, crappy gotcha mobile game, right? And so they're still focused on that, but they do want to implement more user-generated content into their games and allow players to at least create some of that for, you know, their communities or whatever the case is, right? To, you know, just to share with the overall player base. And I think that is very, very good. I think it's a very, very good thing. We need more of that in these games. Did I just kill the bounty target? No, I didn't. I got very close to doing it, though. I got to be careful. I got to take out this one last guy. Oh, didn't headshot him. There we go. Okay, stun gun. We got that equipped. Colby, right? Securing you, you are going to jail, my friend. So that's the last thing I want to talk about, was the fact that we're getting that public mission creator. This video isn't about that. I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I will link that video down in my description box below if you guys want to go check it out for yourself. But nonetheless, that is just more evidence that Rockstar and Take-Two want to implement more user-generated content systems into GTA 5, GTA Online, and of course in the future when GTA 6 releases. GTA is a massive franchise, and GTA 5 is the second best-selling game of all time. And so it's only, you know, par for the course that we would see Rockstar give the players, their actual customers of their game, who's making them all this money, some tools to create their own content. And while we get, you know, a winter DLC update at the end of 2024, a summer DLC update in 2025, and if GTA 6 were to unfortunately get pushed back into 2026, we'll probably see a winter update for 2025 as well in that case. In the meantime, not saying the game is getting delayed into 2026, I'm just saying if that is the case, we may get another winter DLC next year as well. But nonetheless, you know, as we get into the final moments here of GTA Online and GTA 5, Rockstar is pledging to add more user-generated content abilities into their game with the public mission creator. If FiveM comes to consoles this fall, like Neurocitrix is saying, that'll be great, but Rockstar has their own, you know, Rockstar-owned modding engine is what the term was, Rome. Project Rome. If that's getting revived, then it seems like we're just going to see this implemented in GTA 6. It may not even be coming to GTA 5. So I'm not taking Neurocitrix's word for gospel, but I think it is very interesting, and the convenient timing of the GTA Focal article coming out, and then of course Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick also mentioning and responding to a question from investors in his earnings call, saying that they want to bring more user-generated content into their games, and they support, you know, some type of modding and things like that. Not all of it, right, but they support the practice as an idea. That is very, very convenient timing, because all of this news broke this week anyway, and he's never mentioned that in earnings conferences anyway, and that's probably the reason investors were asking about it, was because this topic gained popularity extremely fast. So nonetheless, as we deliver this bounty, just wanted to bring all of this to your guys' attention, give you a little bit of a story on it, talk about it, discuss. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And again, with all that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video, everyone. Adios, amigos.